thing have nothing to do with me nor Kirk. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo for you.
Don't act like you didn't say that.
I wasn't there. And I damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they on some hair.
The atmosphere in that room was so thick with tension, you could have sliced it with a butter knife. Sure, all the typical elements were there. Bright lights blazing, cameras rolling, crew members positioned perfectly. But darling, none of that mattered because Yundi and Rasheeda were about to give us the confrontation of the century. You should have seen Yundi. Normally, she's this absolute tower of strength. But tonight she looked like she was hanging on by a thread. And honestly, who could blame her? This whole situation with B has been brewing like a pressure cooker for what feels like forever, but now it was about to explode in spectacular fashion right there in front of those unforgiving cameras. Let me give you the full backstory because this tea is piping hot. Rasheeda and Yundi's relationship goes way back, deeper than most people realize. They weren't just casual friends. They were the kind of close that made people wonder if they shared a brain. You know, finishing each other's sentences, knowing all each other's secrets, the whole 9 yards. But then Mrs. entered the picture, and honey, that's when everything started unraveling like a cheap sweater. Now, here's where it gets juicy. There's this whole complicated history between Rasheeda and Mrs. that nobody really talks about openly. But trust me, everyone knows it's there. It's like this massive elephant in the room that keeps getting bigger and bigger with each passing day. Their connection, their shared past, it's always been simmering just beneath the surface, threatening to boil over at any moment. So when Mesa started getting serious with Yundi, you'd think Rasheeda would have been jumping for joy for her bestie, right? Oh honey, think again. She tried to play it cool at first, putting on that supportive friend mask like it was her job. But let me tell you something, that facade started cracking faster than cheap foundation in a heat wave. She began questioning everything about Mesa's, his loyalty, his choices, his very existence. And tonight? Baby, tonight was the night all hell broke loose. The moment those cameras started rolling, Rasheeda threw away any pretense of keeping things civil. You should have seen Yundi. Poor thing was practically vibrating with emotion as Rasheeda started launching verbal grenades. This wasn't your typical reality show drama with fake tears and staged arguments. This was raw, unfiltered, emotional warfare. The way Rasheeda looked Yundi dead in the eyes and said, "Are you really going to sit here and defend him, Yundi? After everything he's done, you're still going to act like he's your knight in shining armor?" The disrespect was astronomical. The way she said it, dripping with condescension and disbelief. It was like she was questioning not just Yundi's relationship choices, but her entire ability to make decisions. Yundi, bless her heart, tried so hard to maintain her composure, but you could see it in her eyes. This wasn't just surface-level hurt. This was soul-deep pain, the kind that leaves scars. Because here's the thing about Rasheeda's constant criticism of Meses. It stopped being about him a long time ago. Every single comment, every side-eye, every dramatic sigh felt like a direct attack on Yundi's judgment, her choices, her very worth as a person. Then finally, Yundi had enough. She snapped back with all the force of a woman who's been holding her tongue for far too long. "Why do you always have something to say about Meses?" Her voice might have been shaking, but her resolve was solid as steel. "You're not the one in this relationship. I'm the one who has to deal with his mistakes, his baggage, and his past, so don't sit here and try to act like you know what's best for me." And what did Rasheeda do? She had the absolute audacity to roll her eyes like some teenager being told to clean her room. That's when Yundi really let loose, and trust me, it was a long time coming. She went in about how Rasheeda's been sitting there on her high horse, judging every little thing from the safety of the sidelines, acting like she's got a PhD in everybody else's business when she hasn't walked a single step in their shoes. The tension in that room, electric doesn't even begin to cover it. This wasn't just about Mises anymore. This was years of unspoken jealousy, rivalry, and resentment all exploding at once. Rasheeda's presence has always been this dark cloud hanging over Yundi and Meses's relationship, and tonight that cloud turned into a full-blown hurricane. Then Rasheeda dropped what she thought was the mother of all truth bombs. "You think you're the only one who's had to deal with M's mess? You think I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship with someone who's always making mistakes? He's hurt both of us, and I'm tired of seeing you pretend like he's changed. You're letting him drag you down, Yundi." The look on Yundi's face when those words hit, it was like watching someone get their heart ripped out in slow motion. You could tell she wanted to unleash holy hell. It was written all over her face, but those cameras were rolling, and she wasn't about to give anyone the satisfaction of seeing her completely lose it. But inside, you could practically see her crumbling like a sandcastle in a tsunami. The situation just kept escalating, voices rising higher than your grandmother's blood pressure at Thanksgiving dinner, accusations flying faster than gossip at a beauty salon. The crew members were just standing there, frozen like statues, probably thinking they were witnessing the birth of the next viral reality TV moment. Because this wasn't just some manufactured drama for ratings, this was years of real pain, real betrayal, and real emotions finally breaking through the surface. Now hold on to your wigs, because this is where it gets even messier. Word on these streets is that Yundi's picture-perfect family life is disintegrating faster than wet toilet paper. Sources are saying that Macy's is completely done playing the role of devoted husband and has run straight back into the arms of his true love, Erica. Yes, you read that right. Erica. Some folks are even whispering that they've already made it official with a secret wedding. The situation is messier than a toddler's first attempt at feeding themselves spaghetti. And Yundi, she's not taking this lying down. She's out here calling Macy's out for shattering her heart into a million pieces and sending warnings to Erica like she's some kind of relationship vigilante. The message is clear: leave my man alone or there's going to be problems when we meet. Let's keep it all the way real, though. At this point, the only thing keeping Yundi in this marriage is her pride, and now that Macy's has moved in with Erica, baby girl has lost every ounce of control she thought she had. For those who need to catch up on this soap opera, and trust me, it's better than anything on daytime TV, here's the tea. Macy's just got released from jail earlier this year after doing time for some drug-related charges. While he was behind bars, Yundi was out here being everybody's definition of a ride or die, holding down the fort, keeping the family together, handling everything solo like some kind of superhero in stilettos. We all thought this was finally going to be her time to shine, especially since she was even putting in the work with therapy to fix their relationship issues. But Chile, that old saying about a leopard and its spots, never been more true. Instead of showing an ounce of gratitude for Yundi holding him down through thick and thin, Macy's decided to run straight back to the one person guaranteed to drive Yundi absolutely crazy: Erica. The beef between Erica and Yundi has been sizzling for years, mainly because Macy's refuses to put any kind of boundaries in place with Erica, and Yundi, she's been living so deep in denial, she might as well have citizenship there. Deep down, she knows good and well that Macy's is still tangled up with Erica, but her pride won't let her admit it to herself, let alone anybody else. But wait, here comes the real gag. Turns out Erica was actually in Macy's life before Yundi ever came into the picture. His first baby mama, Samantha, spilled all the piping hot tea about how Erica was one of the few women Macy's ever truly loved. We're not just talking casual dating, we're talking matching passports, romantic vacations, meeting the whole family, the entire relationship package. Want to know the real truth? When Macy's needed someone stable with a solid plan for the future, that's when he decided to link up with Yundi. But even after putting that ring on Yundi's finger, he kept Erica's number saved in his phone. Now that he's out of prison and his financial situation is looking up, sources say he's completely dumped Yundi, moved out of their home, and is playing happy families with Erica. If we're being completely honest here, Yundi deserves so much better than this mess. This woman fixed every single one of his problems, dealt with baby mama drama that had nothing to do with her, took disrespect from his mother like it was a part-time job, and cared for his children as if they shared her DNA. And what does she get in return? Macy's having the absolute nerve to tell her he only married her out of obligation, not love. The audacity of this man to admit he wouldn't have done even half of what she did if their roles were reversed. In the end, what we're watching isn't just some scripted reality show drama. This is real life, real emotions, and real betrayal playing out for the whole world to see. The cameras might keep rolling, but the pain behind those perfect makeup looks and carefully chosen outfits is as real as it gets. And something tells me this story is far from over. In fact, we might just be seeing the beginning of an even bigger storm brewing on the horizon. The crew's still standing there, the cameras are still rolling, but for Yundi, the real battle is just beginning. It's not just about Macy's or Rasheeda anymore. It's about finding her way through this mess she calls life and figuring out if she can ever trust anyone again, including herself. Because when the cameras stop rolling and the lights go down, she's the one who has to face herself in the mirror and live with the choices she's made.